Hello.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new and exciting series of What's Up. I go by the name of Fusion, aka Mr. True School, aka the Black James Bond, and I'm joined by
Yes, the wonderfully eloquent and gifted Jacqueline.
And how you know I was going to say something AK-tastic about
Yes, because you always do. We're here at Proud Camden and we have still daydreaming about the wonderful summer that we've had of events, the carnival, and we have got a great show lined up for you today.
In fact, we have the perfect lineup to kick off season 4 of What's Up. And speaking of festivals, our very own Heavenly Body, aka Jacqueline,
thank you,
was hanging with the stars at one of the hottest festivals this summer.
Yeah, Nile Rodgers tells us how he went from Mr. Le Freak C'est Chic to Mr. Get Lucky.
That's right, and we end the show with a meaningful message from spoken word artist Suli Breaks. I'm ready to kick the show off.
Yeah, and I know you're really excited about the first one, right?
That's right, this girl is on fire. She's blazed up Glastonbury, Wireless Festival and Lovebox, and she's collaborated with the likes of Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, woo-ha!
DOT, now's your time. Yes, hip-hop's in the building, What's Up's in the building, and we're chilling with one of London's finest.
Catch him in the vibe, pining for some Vicodin. Leave him lying in the same position that you find him in. Dotty, I'm on fire like a liar on a hype, and I've been leading by example. Freedom fighters call me sire.
You jumped on stage 13 years old because Missy Elliott's reaching out and you're jumping on.
It was actually my first concert, and then just in the middle of the concert, she just says, I want to know if anybody from the UK can rap. So I lost my mind at that point. I think I blacked out, because next thing I'm on stage, I take the mic, her band starts playing a beat, Missy Elliott's just standing there looking at me.
Yes.
The crowd went crazy. And Missy Elliott was like, you stay there. She made me watch the rest of the concert from the start of the stage. And she came back to me and then she started talking to me. She was like, yo, this is what you're supposed to do. You've got something, you're gonna be big if you stick at this. And at 13, I think that's what I needed.
So obviously you're a fan of Missy, but there were people who came before like MC Light, Salt and Pepper. I mean, how hard was it for you trying to break through in a male-dominated game?
They done so much in terms of making it acceptable, really, to have a female on the mic rapping, that you can now have the A-Dots, the Iggy Azaleas, the Azalea Banks, the Angel Hayes. I think female rappers are actually considered just rappers.
They can't tell me nada. I've got a lot of roads, we don't drink lager. And now we're in the zone, we might go harder. And then we chop like piranhas,
How did life change when you got that record deal?
I'm glad I had so many years of underground grafting. I didn't want to now become a polished artist that wasn't still doing freestyles on the underground. So for me, it's been an amazing opportunity, but I've tried to keep the same mentality and hunger as I had before I was signed.
Now Busta Rhymes is a legend in the game, official. So I mean, how did that collaboration come about?
It seemed far-fetched at the time. It seemed like a figment of my imagination. Busta Rhymes, brand new artist. Sent him the song 2 days later, and he's telling me he loves the song and he wants to jump on it.
Wow. What can people expect from the album?
I've got so many songs, and whittling it down has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But the songs that I've started to pick so far, obviously we've got I'm Good with Busta Rhymes, some other collaborations on there. I worked with Etta Bond, who I love Etta, and Cleo Soul, who for me are two of the greatest emerging talents in the UK at the moment, Cleo and Etta. I've got a song that was co-written with Emily Sandé as well, which isn't too bad.
It's got a bit of that.
Sprinkles a little Emily pixie dust on it.
What advice would you give to any up-and-coming artists who's stepping out to that stage for the first time or putting their music out?
The best piece of advice I could give is what I try to live by, which is don't worry about what everybody else is doing. And I think it's a really easy concept, but people forget. They say, okay, this is on trend, this is the music that people are making, I'm gonna do that. It just creates a cycle of copycat music, and it makes it impossible to define yourself as an individual. So I think the best piece of advice I can give is to just focus on doing you, because nobody can do you better than you.
We're in Hyde Park for the first Barclaycard British Summertime. We're going to watch some live music and we're going to talk to some global superstars. Let's do this. You've just been performing. How was that being at Barclaycard British Summertime, the first ever one? How was it for you?
Sick.
Think I'm listening to a word, say
It's all about escapism. So tell us a bit about that as well.
It's just about enjoying yourself, whether the emotion in the music is a positive or a negative feeling. So, because a lot of the songwriting, or most of the songwriting, is done by us, and we take it from our own experiences.
It's been a good year now, so how's it been?
I mean, to be honest, our journey on the X Factor as well was a very positive experience for us. You know, it put us in the public eye.
What would your pearl of wisdom be?
It doesn't matter how talented you may think you are. There's always someone else that's going to work harder than you. So just literally just keep practicing.
Modus operandi. It's a bit about yourselves.
Well, we write everything ourselves, so I think that's important.
For this time next year, what can we expect?
Well, we'd love to be on the main stage next year.
Tell us about the brilliant single Hot.
We got the song Hot, bit of reggae vibe to it, summer jam.
Which artists do you look up to?
Well, as a band, we love like TLC, Snisha.
Fancy just giving us just a couple of bars really quickly? Yeah?
When you played with her, you murdered us both. I knew that you were, but you lied under oath. You think it's so ha 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 ha. You think it's so
How was your performance this afternoon?
We've been on tour with J-Lo, but that was
Yeah.
supporting her, and now we're actually on the same lineup as her. Obviously, it's nice when you do your intimate gigs with like your solid fans, but it's nice meeting new people and everyone like hearing your music.
We're going to have lots of people watching. They're going to be thinking, how can I be just like Stushy? What advice would you give to them?
To be like us.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing? Oh,
What are some of your most memorable collaborations?
Man, how could you leave out Daft Punk? That's my current hit record. That's
We're
all
getting
mine.
to that. We're getting to that. So who brought you out today to Barclay Car British Summertime?
Chic, Jennifer Lopez,
J-Lo, she's incredible.
J-Lo.
Just to see Lionel Richie, unfortunately I miss Chic.
Do you reckon you'll come again next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, definitely. The atmosphere is amazing.
It's really worth it.
Of course I'm going to come back.
What an amazing day. We've seen some brilliant performances, spoken to some great artists. Make sure you return next year. That was so much fun. J-Lo, Lionel Richie, they absolutely smashed it. And make sure that you stay tuned, because a little later on I'll be chatting to Mr. Nile Rodgers in more detail.
I was at the festival, you know.
Were you?
I didn't see you there. I mean, I was in the VIP, but I didn't see
VIP?
you there.
You?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I was in Nile Rodgers. I mean, come on.
Look got the pass in my pocket. What a
Oh
bad thing.
my goodness.
They just bring up memories
Really?
of eating
Okay,
prawns,
okay,
drinking
okay.
champagne,
Next
hanging out
up,
with A-listers.
AME. She is the voice responsible for one of the greatest hits of the summer, Need You 100%.
Now, one of our researchers thought she was singing about him,
Really?
which is why he took her out for sushi.
Oh.
True story.
Oh dear. Hi.
Nice to see you guys. Hello guys, you're right. Come follow me. Hope you look guys like your sushi.
We love sushi.
Need you 100%. I wanna be the one you tell all your friends about.
Can we hook you up at once?
Let's do this.
You gotta give me everything, baby, ain't no doubt. Give me 100.
What's up guys? I'm here today with the amazingly beautiful, amazingly talented AME.
Hey.
Thank you for taking time to see us today.
Thank you for having me.
Recently had an amazing #1 hit single.
Yes.
Need You 100%. How does it feel to have a #1 so early on in your career?
God, so surreal, so surreal. The most incredible feeling. It's just really hard to describe.
Yeah.
It's like I had a #1.
Yeah.
And it's like, not just for 1 week, for 2 weeks. And it's just,
Crazy.
you can get so like, yeah, really hyped up about it. It's just incredible, but it's also really, you know, set a mark for, you know, where I want all my other stuff to go.
Yeah.
So,
From a musical background, how did you get to where you are today? Because I'm
Yeah.
sure our viewers would love to know.
yeah, right. So I was born in Sierra Leone, West
Okay, yeah.
Africa. And my dad, well, I get all my musicality from my father.
Yeah.
So he was in a band back home with his brothers. And then, I moved here when I was 8. And then just got into like school choir.
Yeah.
Formed my own Destiny's Child girl band called Independent Girls.
Yeah. What advice would you have for any young people trying to make it in the industry?
I would say just work hard. Work hard. Some doors will be closed, others will open again. just keep doing your thing, you know, just really go hard for what you do and don't get knocked down or distracted by anything, just do you. Definitely.
Yeah, gotta stay focused.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Give me a taste, come on, give me a taste. Yeah, you set me on fire. Turn the lights down low.
Do you describe your style? Where do you get your influences from?
Everywhere. It's really weird because, I love 90s, so obviously I'm drawn to like fashion back then as well as music and stuff. But everywhere, you know, I love runway pieces and things that you would find in editorial and like, you know, Louboutins and expensive stuff, as much as I love like Topshop and, you know, all those other kind of, you know, high street stores. So it's kind of a mix of high end and high street.
Yeah.
Just in the middle somewhere is where I stand, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyone in the industry, alive or dead, who would be your dream collaboration?
My number one collaboration, without question, would be Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, yeah? Big fan?
That's my girl.
Yeah?
That's my girl.
What is it you love about her? The music, the dancing?
Everything that she is. The fact that she's such an incredible artist, not just as a dancer, but as a musician. And she, you know, writes songs and she's just really amazing at what she does. And for me, that's something that's very admirable.
Okay.
You got my heart running faster than Usain, boy. You've got this hold that I just can't get out my brain, boy. You seem to light me up. With you, I always feel on top. Yeah, you got my heart running.
So what's next? What's next musically? What have you got in the pipeline coming up?
So coming up this month will be my new single, Baseline Drops. It's a cool track. I'm rapping on it.
You're rapping, yeah?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
multi-talented,
yeah. It's just a vibe, you know. And I think it's gone down really well so far in some of the gigs that I've played. So
thank you very much for coming and talk with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's amazing. Can I get a hug?
Thank you. Yeah.
What a lovely girl, and that sushi, I look gorgeous.
Leon, I have to big you up. Smooth with the moves. Maybe another girl, another time. We'll see, yeah?
Maybe.
But I need to pick up the restaurant. Thank you for your hospitality. And if you ever invite us, mine's sashimi and ikuru. All good?
That sounds good.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more soon.
Don't go too far. Welcome back. Still to come, Jacqueline spent some time with the legend that is Nile Rodgers.
Yes, and Suli Breaks leaves us with something to think about.
Right now I need something light, something fun. Jax, you got some jokes for me?
I got jokes for days. Okay, so I went to the paper shop the other day.
Okay.
It had blown away.
I miss you. I miss you, Jax.
I miss me too.
Guys, have you got some real comedians?
Hey, what's up? It's Ramel London and I'm in Camden for the ArgCom 2-day comedy festival. I'm going to be catching up with some of the people performing. Let's go meet them.
Go for the option of gloves or mittens. You choose gloves. People that wear mittens are going, well, normally I enjoy my fingers, but during the cold weather, I prefer the hands of a Lego man.
I'm with a comedic rising star in the comedy world, Josh Widdicombe. You're releasing your first ever stand-up DVD.
What, a DVD?
What made you want to, yeah, a lot of DVDs. What made you think
my
I want to do
agent
this?
said this would be a good idea. I kind of do what they say, really. I didn't think the world needs my DVD. I certainly wasn't at home going.
We want
let's hope so now, otherwise I'm in serious problems.
Well, I want to know, what else have you got coming up?
I've got a tour after that, which is the new show. So that's everything after the DVD. So that's what I'm writing at the moment. So that starts in the beginning of October, one day at a time.
Yeah.
You don't want to think too far ahead, otherwise your mind will explode.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I appreciate you coming in and entertaining us before you go and do another show. So good luck.
When you're in Nando's, they give you the plastic glass to pour your own drink. I think, well, I'll be an idiot not to make myself a spranter in this situation.
Now I'm here with the lovely Aisling V. How are you?
Hi.
Woo!
I have an American flatmate called Steph, and Steph loves running. Running. If I'm not being chased, I don't go running.
I hear you're doing a big festival today.
Yes, we are.
How are you feeling? What's the comedy? What do you do when you got a show going on?
Well, I sweat a lot. I've come here in a car, in a kind of like in a taxi carrying 2 giant hula hoops.
Okay.
Which I kind of use at the start of the show, and I just don't. I think I might be kind of like
get towels.
mugging up. Someone, please bring hot water and some towels immediately. But yeah, I'm hot at the moment, and it's very hot in London.
Is it different to doing comedy in Ireland?
Obviously, it'd be smaller because it's a smaller country. Like there's 12 million people in London and 5 million people in the entire country of Ireland.
Do you get bookings over there as well?
Yes, I do. My mother came to see my first ever gig about 3 months ago, and she sat in the audience and she kept going, "I'm so nervous now, I hope you just do this quickly, because I'm too nervous, I'm going to get diarrhea." I was like, "Oh, Mommy, could you keep it down?" She thinks lol still means lots of love, so she'll always send text messages like, "Mr. McInerney dead, all very sad, lol, Mammy." And you're going, "Oh, Mammy, would you come on now, really?" You know?
I like the way you just take experiences and just make
and
it
sometimes you go, "That'll be hilarious," and then you're standing on stage going, "So, woo, so that's me. Thanks a million."
As well as being a comedian, you're also an amazing actor as well. Like
I am. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
you did have. You couldn't even not say it. You had to say it.
You are, yes. So what else is coming up for the later part of the year?
Well, I'm bringing my Edinburgh show to Dublin to do the Dublin Fringe there, and then just sitting in the darkness, looking at myself in the mirror, wondering where it all went wrong. I mean, that's going to take up a good few months.
I'm not a particularly tanned person, lads, but here's a tip. Should you want to appear exotic, walk around with a giant Toblerone underneath your arm. Oh, someone's been away.
Ramel London, Aisling B, what's up? Oh, they were so cute in their hula hoops.
If you want to learn more about Josh and Aisling, check out the website.
Yeah, oh, do you know what? And I also like their accent.
Oh, to be sure, to be sure.
Our next guest is a living legend, and he is a star in his own right.
He's worked with everyone from Madonna to Miss Diana Ross, from Duran Duran to Daft Punk. In fact, he's even shot his stuff on Sesame Street. The man has done it all, and Jacqueline got to meet him. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you were in the VIP.
Oh yeah, VIP, yeah. Big up Louise, Kaya, my whole crew. Oh man, VIP was live. I know you got to meet Nile.
Yeah. So I am extremely honoured to be joined by the living legend of disco and funk, Mr. Nile Rodgers. Did you expect that all those years after starting Chic, you would still have that appeal?
We write it for the future, but we don't write it for the super distant future. You know, we write it for like a year or 2 or 3 and hope that we connect to an audience and a vibe. And that's really how it is. The fact that it's become classic is extraordinary.
What do you put the broad appeal down to?
All the music I do is honest. So I do music from my heart. I do music that makes me feel good. I do music that I hope sounds good. And then I just throw it out there and see if the people react the same way I hope they will.
In many collaborations that you've done, I have to name Madonna, David Bowie, Diana Ross. What are some of your most memorable collaborations?
All those were memorable for different reasons. Diana Ross, of course, that's the very first star I ever worked with. I mean, so that's the first album that I composed, orchestrated, and did everything produced for a big superstar, and she happened to be one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
So that's how I got my bones, so they say. Thank God it started out like that, because it was a lot of friction.
Yeah.
But after all is said and done, who's my best friend in the music business? Diana Ross.
So I have to mention, of course, then working with Daft Punk, and Get Lucky has been such a huge smash. I think #1 in 19 countries when I last looked, which is phenomenal. Did you expect it to do so well, and how was it working with the robots?
Working with them was amazing. I mean, we've already talked about working on other projects. I have undiscovered or unreleased chic masters that have been hidden away for a long time. They seem to express more than a passion for working on it. So I said, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to
We've got so many people who'll be watching here, and they'll be looking to you for a pearl of wisdom, wanting to have just a fraction of the success that you've had. What would that pearl of wisdom be?
Most of the time, it's going to be failure. Most music never even recoups, including mine. So the thing that keeps me going on is that I just love it so much that the failures don't mean anything. Actually, the failures make you smarter. And hopefully, it's that love and that determination that gets you to where you want to be.
Now, he is such a great guy, and what a person to get pearls of wisdom from. Seriously, brilliant.
Still slightly jealous, but I can tell you're a real Nile Rodgers chic fan, so I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
That's kind of it for now, guys, but if you catch up with us next week, we're going to bring it to you funky.
Yes, Ramel goes crazy in the arcades with R&B artist Young Kaz.
This girl heads down to UK Black Pride.
Yes, I do. But that's it for now, I'm afraid.
We hand the show over to Suli Breaks, who gives you a powerful and thought-provoking poem called R.I.P. Till next time.
Hey, guys.
Chill in the shot.
To all the victims of all the gun crime and the knife crime, to them I say R.I.P. But when I say R.I.P., I don't just mean rest in peace. I mean rewind it, please, so we can remain in peace. I had to read it properly to get it right in perspective. Cause we reside in poverty, but don't want rights in property. We'd rather rob innocent people, cause he gains respect in popping me. That's the real ignorant philosophy. We need to reject its prophecy. Stand up and R.I.P. Rep it properly, cause raw its peak went from rice in peas to rifles in pockets, ruining interstate projects. Raw it's apart turns to riots in parks. Raw I'm peed, remember I plead the realness I preach. We have reminders in present. Why do you think the Damilola Taylor Center R.I.P. remains in Peckham? Rise in position, life, remember its price. As you say, rude, but it's principle, but really it's pride. Raw, I've preached, remember it please, but if you don't, just remember this piece. So next time you hear me say R.I.P., know that I don't just mean rest in peace. I mean rewind it please, so we can remain in peace. Peace.
What? Calm down, nigga. Shut up, man. Get rubber stuff in it. Calm down, man. Shut up, man. It's a joke, innit? Chill in it. Shut up, man. No, innit? Chill.